Hello my dear people, how are you? Today I will have stream about war. Maybe we will go on Ome TV, we will see. Maybe we will play games like, I don't know, war games or something like that. Anyway, last minutes of previous my stream, the mic didn't work and I don't know why. Maybe the reason is this operating system. Maybe the government is spying. Who knows? Anyway, you have to understand that we had elections in Slovenia. Oh, I turned off chat. I don't need chat. I will have chat when I will have smart people, and when I will buy followers from India. Because the things about what I'm talking, these are not just things, these are serious things, because a lot of people are commenting and talking about these issues just like that. Like they're watching a football match or something, they're cheering, they're, I don't know, supporting, they don't understand what means war, and that's very annoying for me, because people are just, I'm not saying there are people, of course, who know about these things, but a lot of people don't know anything about this, and they're provoking, they're cursing, and they're I don't know, just saying. You have to understand, we had elections, of course, and this this very, how can I explain, it's very just a second, I forget something. Anyway, we had these elections, and the current government, of course, this government didn't get enough votes. So when we had elections, I don't know, in 2022, this main party, this party which won elections, they, how many percent they got? Around 41 or 42%. Okay, now in these elections, which we had, I don't know how many, 2 weeks ago, yeah, they didn't get like they got in 2022. So they got around 28%. So they are not winners. And with all this coalition in previous these elections, 2022, they had around 54, 55%. Now they have 39%. And we have, of course, the corruption scandal in Slovenia regarding this government, and they are trying to form again the same coalition, but they don't have enough seats or votes, because you need 46 seats for that mean that you have 50% plus one majority, if we say it like that. Yeah, that's the democracy, of course. So and we have this corruption scandal, and they're accusing because of corruption, they're accusing Israel. They're accusing Israel because of corruption regarding this our government, and it's absurd and bizarre. How can I explain this? The Israel is guilty because they have I don't know how many problems with all this war regarding Middle East, and they will deal with Slovenian elections. Come on. And they're accusing actually Israel, they're accusing one, I don't know, private agency, Black Cube, which is more known in Slovenia than in Israel. If I ask one Israeli, what is Black Cube? He would say, I don't know, what? Is this Ice Cube or something? So this Black Cube, some private agency, I don't know, they don't have from this government. They don't have evidence that anyone from this private agency. I don't know. You can check it on Wikipedia about this private agency, that they made I don't know videos with people who are connected with our government, and in these videos these people are saying things about corruption. Just normally they're saying we are like family, we are like mafia, and so on. And these videos were posted by media and other people. I also posted when I through I don't know which media. And they are accusing it's not a corruption problem, but problem is that Israel was interfering in Slovenian elections. So come on, please. They're trying to hide all this corruption and all these criminal things in our government, accusing someone else, and it's very come on. Okay, yeah. Before previous my stream, my mic didn't work. I don't know. Last 10 minutes. No, last 5 minutes. I can say less. 3 minutes. We can say. Okay. What did I say? I said I'm sweating because it was very hot. Then I was talking about this Hamza Sadah, who is from USA, who is manipulating people in Israel, and I was trying to say because he's always asking where are you from, and then guy or girl. Mostly he is manipulating young people. They just say we are from Israel, and then he says I'm from Palestine, and then I said what should you say to him, or what should you ask him? Which Palestine, Jewish or Arab? Because Jewish Palestine was, or Israel is, I don't know how can I say ex-Jewish Palestine, because people when they came in Israel, when they went to Israel, we can say like that, before 1948, they were identifying as Palestinians, Jewish Palestinians, because this Palestine was always occupied by other empires like Ottoman empires and British Empire. Before that, Byzantium, but they also this land was also called Jerusalem Kingdom. Before that, Judea, Canaan, and this part of land has a lot of names, a lot of historical names. But Palestine is just geographical. Is a geographical name. How can I say? It's like, I don't know, Dalmatia, but Dalmatia is, or Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia, yeah, it's a very good example. Yugoslavia was once there, but okay, Yugoslavia had this political system, and Yugoslavia was independent country. We can say Palestine was never independent. They were occupied, and it's like, you know, it's like geographical name of some of part of some part or area in the world. Like, I don't know what is similar like that. Antiochia. Lebanon was Antiochia, but we can say it's Antiochia, but it's an ancient history, Antiochia, and yeah, they don't understand. You know, it's ironical. Ironically, we can say that Israel is actually Palestinian state, and Jordan. Jordan is Arab Palestine, and Israel is Jewish Palestine. So it's we can say that when Palestine collapsed, or when the British, the Great Britain left this area, Jordanians declared independence, and Israel declared independence. And after that, the Jordania or Jordan or whatever, Jordan attacked with Syria, Lebanon, and all Arab countries Israel, and they occupied all these areas around Jerusalem. So they didn't call this area Palestine, but Jordan, and also Egypt occupied Gaza and let me see this map, and this area around Gaza, and it wasn't and this area was called Egypt. That's the difference. So the Palestine, this Jewish Palestine, or Palestine, we can say Western Palestine, from Western we have this river Jordan, and western part was we can say Jewish Palestine. So this area became a battlefield, and Israelis won. They conquered their land. They didn't occupy this land. They built cities, roads, railways. Because this Hamza Sadak is always saying, you know, you stole my land. Who stole your land? This Palestinian authority, because I was there, I know what means when you say this is a country. This is a country which has a system. So Israelis built cities, railroads, fast railroads, metro in Haifa, highways, hospitals, schools. In this area where Palestinian, actually there are Arabs, 20% of Israeli population are Arabs who are Israeli citizens. This area where is a Palestinian authority, they don't have a one train station. And, you know, they don't understand. You know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Just a second. I'm not trying to disrespect people from Middle East, but, you know, these people from Europe who came, who went to Israel, because of Holocaust, because of all these things which happened during the Second World War, they had their homeland in Europe. So all this knowledge from Europe, they used how to build a country, because they know how the system is working regarding a country. So these Jews, they're not. They were not only 100% Jews. They were, I don't know. Jews were, if one guy or one woman had one grandmother who was Jew. She or he was marked as a Jew. So they know how country is working, because they are actually, the Judaism is not. That's the problem. Judaism is not ethnicity. It's a confession. So by ethnicity, these people are Germans, Polish, Russians, French, Slovenians, Italians, and so on. And these countries were their homeland. Very simple. What's wrong with this watch? Oh, come on. Okay, let's talk about the war. So, yeah, the war in... who translated this? Oh, come on. 5 weeks of war. I will try to be as objective as possible, because many people look at it as a football match, like, I don't know, Borussia versus Bayern, where they cheer, support, lie, and so on. Okay, Iran damaged many American bases around Iran with rockets. They hit a couple of American planes. In addition, they damaged also French and Italian bases. The victims include American soldiers, Turkish soldiers, Saudi soldiers, French and Israeli soldiers. Civilians are also victims, including Palestinians, for example, along with Israelis. And these stupid pro-Palestinians don't understand that Israelis and Palestinians live side by side. The victims are also among Iranian civilians killed by the regime, because the regime is killing protesters. Others are also the victims of bombing by the USA. On the other hand, we have a strong American-Israeli hit or strike to the regime in Iran. There are many casualties among the regime soldiers. Many commanders have been eliminated. Iran is getting even more economically devastated. So, infantry of the regime in Iran have the biggest problem with the domestic population. They want to prevent any uprising, except in Iranian Kurdistan. There are armed Kurdish militias, and this part is not controlled by the regime. Okay, so you have to understand this. The Kurds are many years ago. They're trying to. They're fighting against regime. So they're armed militias there. The Kurds are working openly for the USA and Israel, or we can say for the West in general. They are not hiding this. So Kurds, they don't give a shit about Arabs, Iranians, and Turks. They're just working for West, and they're not hiding this. So when the war started, I said the Iranian nation will suffer the most. They say they can mobilize 2 million soldiers. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. Doubt it. Doubt it. Go to the heads of Iranians. What should they fight for? Or look. for being under sanctions for the next 20 years, for dealing with Lebanon, Yemen, and Iraq. Regarding the rich class in Iran, because parts of Tehran are where the elites are, they don't care whether the regime falls or not. They will be okay in any case. So yeah, let's talk about Lebanon. You have to understand, in Lebanon is a country which is very divided inside regarding religion. But all people, all Lebanese, are Arabs. And here we have a problem because 27 or 28% of Lebanese are Shia. 25% are Sunnis. Around 40% are Christians. 28% are Maronite Catholics, and around 10% are Armenian Orthodox. Of course, there are also Druze. So, but when this religion problem started in Lebanon, the civil war started. And Iranians, because they are Shia in Iran, they helped. They were backing and supporting. They were actually sending soldiers to Lebanon. So they fought against Maronites and Sunnis. And of course, there were also these which factions were? Yeah, there was also a PLO in Lebanon. So you know they were fighting against each other. And yeah, and after that, you know, the consequences, you know, are like that, you know. But we can say Maronites and Sunnis today with Druze, they want to be Lebanese. Because they don't want to be an Iranian slave, and the Hezbollah is blocking this. Hezbollah, this Shia militia. I was listening one Sunni guy who was talking because before he said I was maybe supporting Hezbollah, but now when I see how are they connected with Iran, what the fuck, man? Here is not Iran, here is Lebanon. So they should try to build. They should try to build their country. They should try to deal with their own country, not Iranian interests. So, okay, for those who strongly support Iran from a perspective because they're against the USA and Israel, these people who are strongly supporting Iran, they don't know nothing about Dare, they don't know nothing about Zarathustra, they don't know nothing about Reza Pahlavi, they don't know nothing about or they don't know anything about it's the right term, they don't know anything. Okay, so they don't know anything about Zarathustra, they don't know anything about this Dare and Persian history. They don't know anything about Reza Pahlavi, but they're just supporting Iran because they're against Americans and Israel. But this is their narrow perception. The thing is that Israelis, together with Kurds, Azeris, Lebanese, you have to understand that when Azerbaijan had this war against Armenia, even if the Azeris are Shia, but Iranian regime is, I don't know, they think that, well, they see danger in Azerbaijan. So they supported actually Armenia, who are Christians. Uh, okay, so Azeris, Lebanese Sunnis and Maronites, and Yemeni Sunnis and Iraqi Sunnis, and of course pro-Western Iranians have the legitimate 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 right to fight the regime in Iran because they are enemies. They're enemies. Iranian regime marked these factions as their enemy. All of them are enemies of the regime. When the war was between Armenia and Azerbaijan, I said this, Iran supported and armed the Armenians, or armed and sent soldiers to Lebanon. I said this also. When the civil war started in Lebanon in the 20th century. Why do we have two Yemenis state? One is pro-Iran, pro-Iranian, another is pro-Sunni. Because Iran is interfering in all these countries. Pure and simple. So, yes. Is the right, I must check, legitimate. Is this working, this my... How to pronounce it? Legitimate. Oh my god.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word and more confusing vocabulary. Stay tuned to the channel to learn more correct pronunciations in English. In British English it's said as legitimate.
Legitimate.
Some say it as legit. In American English.
Or legitimate. Mate. Said this mate. Oh yeah, I'm alive. Okay, what should we do now? We are who is hot? Let's go. What about Dome TV or playing games? What do you think? You know, I don't know. It's too late for Ome TV because I'd like to talk with the Israelis, but now it's 12 p.m. more. It's too late. Okay, we will play. I don't know. I don't have chat. Okay, no, I'm not going to play. I don't have time because I had also stream on Facebook. So that's it for today. Tomorrow maybe I will go on Ome TV. I must go earlier. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching and thank you for no donations and so on. So that's it. Bye bye.